I explain to you. You don't have to be angry for this. You can just do this. You know what I mean?
We just need that. P, he done start rolling the camera on us. Street Liaison, episode 6. Got a very, very, very special guest for y'all today. From the streets of Fulton Hill to his journey through the FBOP, all the way home to where he found himself laid off and decided to chase his dream, which was fitness. So now, you said you was you won one of the competitions, Jay Cutler competition. You do meal prep, personal trainer, all that good stuff. So we're gonna unpack all that stuff, man, and get to know Dale Rowan, 1015 Fitness. So just to start off, man, just take us back a little bit, to your beginning times, man.
Well, first I'm from Fulton Bottom, but we all just say Fulton.
Okay.
There's no Fulton. Yes, no, but it's really no.
Did I say Fulton Hill?
You said Fulton Hill, but it's all Fulton.
Okay.
Just an older guy just posted on Facebook, and he was like, all our families from Fulton. There's no Fulton Bottom. There's no Fulton Hill. We all one. So we just Fulton.
Difference?
No, it's just one up on the hill and one is at the bottom.
So Rainbow
is at the bottom. Rainbow and Woodcroft is at the bottom.
Okay.
So the other side of Williamsburg Road is the.
When you go up the hill to what is it? If you go up the hill, they call it Fulton Hill, but
Where the park at?
yeah, but like the older guys, older than me, like my mom and them, they don't break it down like that. It's just Fulton.
And you from the old school Fulton, so
I would say the middle range. I look at my mom and all them, they old school Fulton, and I'm like in the middle generation.
80s.
Yeah, I grew up down there in the 80s, in the 90s.
I want to go. Hold on. Let me go back to this Fulton Hill thing, right? So, all right. So Fulton. You said that's just Fulton.
Yeah, it's just Fulton.
Do you consider that other side of Williamsburg Road Fulton?
All of it's Fulton.
Yeah.
All of it's Fulton. Like,
So it is a Henrico and Richmond line, though.
Yeah. So I think once you start to pass, when you get into Henrico, they don't really call that Fulton.
Henrico Arms, is that Fulton? Well, I don't think
No, they call it Henrico Arms, but the guys, if they from over there, they come hang out there. Yeah, nobody really never really looked at it and say, you from Henrico Arms or you from Darbytown. Nobody really did that.
Gotcha.
You still from Fulton.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But growing up in Fulton, with me growing up in Fulton, it was it was tough. Not to say Fulton per se. In my household, it was a lot of abuse that we saw. Then when you walk out the door, all you saw was drug dealing, drug selling, drug using, So from a kid.
What year is this, bro?
Third grade, I want to say probably 83,
So
84.
Early 80s.
Yeah, you as a kid. So in my situation, I grew up like no food, none of that stuff like that. My mom worked, so everybody thought that we had something, but I don't want to blame. Let me take that back. We didn't have any food. I don't want to blame.
Y'all couldn't get food stamps.
My mom worked.
So
Mine's too.
Yeah, so automatically.
That killed us.
Yeah,
man.
but I don't want to
Massive.
blame my mom. She just only gave us the tools that she was provided with.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
She could.
But it's weird because that's a systemic thing. Like, I remember growing up and watching people have to decide whether they're going to go to work or they're going to get a welfare check. And it almost was like a catch-22. And, like if you go to work, we're going to take your food stamps.
Yeah.
If you go to work,
But the job don't pay enough to cover. So, it was a catch.
If you go to work, you make too much.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't go to work, you don't make enough.
Yeah.
So.
Even Gary Mama, I was talking about that on a documentary, how she was driving the school bus and she was living in Mosby and her rent used to be outrageous.
Yeah, the rent to be crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, in them spots like that, you just taught survival.
Yeah.
You're not taught, you know, like so. In my case, I don't really want to over talk about it, but it's like the hood is a mirror because we never see doctors, we never see lawyers, we never see anybody that really to say, okay, I want to be like him. You know, when you're growing up as a child, you're being molded to be drug dealers because if that's the only person you see with an exciting life.
Yeah.
They got the money, they got the cars, they got the women, they got the jewelry, they got the clothes. And, you know, I'm gonna speak for me. Me growing up without no food, like I'm just trying to find a way out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking to make some money because I'm really looking for something to eat. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that kind of drove me to the streets and the abuse in the household. You know, all I saw was negativity. And so it's I don't want to overtalk, but this is part of like my life. Like growing up, my mama never hugged, never kissed me. My dad was getting high, so I never knew what love was. As a kid, love is a part of your life. You need to be loved. That's a part. That's a part of the cycle. It's natural.
Right.
So when you don't know what it is, and then you seeing dudes getting love from getting money, that's your next step. So you want to get money because you want to be loved. Yeah. You want people to say, man, this such and such, this, he got that. So that I would drove to be, to get money. But as a grown man now, I realized that it didn't fill that void. It didn't. My kids now, like I don't have to have no money. My kids, I love my kids. They showing me what love really is. And I might start crying on this joint, man. I need help. I got to go get to therapy. That's my 2024 goal is to get therapy because
this
of what.
This is your therapy, bro.
Yeah, but you got to when you get emotional, you have to take it to the next step. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you can't heal by yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's impossible. And in the hood, we always taught that going to see a counselor or a psychiatrist, you're crazy. But if you're 40 and you haven't seen anybody, then something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Because there's too many problems in this world today not to go see somebody.
I'm 40, man. I might gotta go see somebody. Man.
I mean, if you grew up the way we grew up, then you
all got traumatized.
Different types of trauma. It's levels.
You know what I'm saying?
There's definitely levels to it. So, naturally, you chose the streets.
Yeah.
And that ultimately led you to being in the federal system.
Yes.
That's where I met you at.
Exactly.
And I remember your dedication to fitness in there.
Yeah. Well, fitness was therapy before I even knew it was therapy.
I was ready to ask you that.
Yeah, it was therapy before I even knew it was therapy.
I was ready to ask you, did trauma from your childhood, was that a reason like that you took the fitness like you did?
Yeah, I want to say that.
Everybody was kind of serious about their fitness in Morgantown. Even the people who wasn't that serious was kind of serious.
Yeah.
Where, bro?
Morgantown, West Virginia.
Yeah.
Federal system.
Yeah, when you slid that in there, we don't know about Morgantown.
We had a whole conversation about Morgantown.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want the viewers that didn't see the previous
I
episode.
get you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
FCI Morgantown.
Yeah. And so you I noticed how hard you went in there. Do you think that came from the trauma? Or?
Yeah, it was, like I said, it was an outlet.
Mm-hmm.
Before I even knew it was an outlet. So, like, even when I heard my daughter had passed away when I was in prison, I didn't even cry. Like, I was so traumatized, I couldn't even cry. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even cry. Like, but I could go work out. Like, nothing could stop me from working out. Like, no matter what. I could be sick and I'm going to try to go work out.
Before you got locked up?
No, I always wanted to, though. I always wanted to.
So you was on the streets and you ain't work out at all?
I was, man, $140 on the streets, man.
Get out of
here. Yeah,
wow.
so I always wanted to work out. Like, I I even bought the wrong shit. I bought some shit that I thought was gonna make me bigger, and it was actually a fat burner.
Yeah.
And I'm taking that shit doing push-ups and shit like that. But I always wanted it to be. I mean, when you grew up 140 at 6 feet, you know, it's always getting bigger, always on your mind.
Yeah. So you get locked up. Like what turned that mode on? Like I understand you said you was trying to fight what you was fighting on the streets. That's what motivated you. But how you can't just go in there and work out, bro. I've been around people that they have different mindsets. You know what I'm saying? Like you can either work out, you can be into other things. You know what I'm saying? Like what was it somebody that motivated you? Was it somebody that you seen getting it in or?
No, it must, like I said before, it was an outlet. Selling drugs was an outlet because I needed love. So I did that for people, you know, no matter how we sugarcoat it, you know, you sell drugs because you want to be a certain person. You want, you know what I mean? So,
Admiration.
yeah, you know, yeah, in that sense. I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for myself. So I'm going to say me, you know. So once that was taken, I needed something else.
Gotcha.
So, because the first day, when I got locked up, the next day I was doing push-ups. I needed that. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Yeah, I needed that. And, you know, at the time you don't know you need that. But, you know, it was an outlet. So I took to that, like, and it was nothing going to stop me from working out. Even to this day, it's nothing going to stop me from working out. Unless, I mean, something can stop me, that will physically stop me, but if I got the will, I'm going to go work out.
I remember losing a couple of my friends in that joint while I was locked up, man. Like you said, you can't cry, but you can go run the track, you can go do push-ups, you can go lift the weights. Like, it really does, like...
Take you out
Yeah,
take you out
it
of
really
here.
just takes all the pain away, and it's crazy that you said that. So as you moving through, you start seeing results, you that was motivation, right?
Yeah, the motivator when you start seeing results, it's definitely to keep you going. But I really believe even if I didn't see results, I probably still would have did it because, like I said, I needed something.
How does that translate to your customers that may be coming in there who's not going through a traumatic experience? They just want to get their body right.
Yeah,
they
customers in there. Yeah, customers in there while he was in there.
No, he's speaking for right now.
Okay.
Like
So-
right now, he got customers. Yeah.
Gotcha.
What I try to sell is being healthy. Like, there's no way around it. You have to work out. You know what I mean? You might can get away with it in your 20s and your 30s, but in your 40s, like most of the clientele that I try to lock in, is that you have to work out. You know what I mean? There's no way around. It's a part of living longer. It's a part of living a healthy lifestyle. And I get a lot of people that come in because the doctor tell them, hey, you need to work out. So I'm basically just trying to sell a longer lifestyle. Well, let me rephrase that. A longer life. Because people don't, you look at 90%, and that's what they say, 90% of the people in the world, that in the country don't work out. You know what I mean? So
How you keep them motivated, though, when they don't have their own form of motivation like you did?
I just tell them, I just let them know, like, you know, no matter what, you have to do it. And I don't care if you smoke cigarettes, you smoke coke, whatever you do, you gotta work out. Just imagine if the doctor tell you, hey, you in bad shape, you need to go work out, and you say, nah, I ain't gonna work out. So in 5 years, you're gonna be in worse shape. So you gotta do something. You have to do something. There's no way around it.
So what do you mean? What consists of working out? Like, does working out just going to the gym and just going hard with everything, or does working out consist of walking?
Yeah, I consider that. Like, if you in the very first stage of wanting to work out, I would tell you just move around. Like they say, moving is medicine. So
It's a simple morning walk.
yeah, I mean,
something small. Like,
yeah, because you gotta. So one of my biggest mistakes when I was training people was overworking them.
That's
You know what I mean?
that's the penitentiary mindset, though.
Yeah, and that's with a lot of training. Man,
I can't really say that, bro, because I had that problem too with training barbers. You know what I'm saying? Like
Overworking them.
Yeah, it's when you see something in somebody, you try to push them harder than what they trying to be pushed. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you end up pushing them away.
Yeah.
That
Exactly.
seemed like that was.
Exactly.
I'm saying in the feds, that seemed like it was the goal to overwork the new guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think
we
it's
gonna
just
dog
I
him.
think it's your person though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's you. He already developed it already. It was already in his mindset. So in his head, he probably thinking like, "Yo, why you can't get this way?" You know what I'm saying? I was the same way because I'm
I
like,
remember.
No, but y'all talking about two different things. You right.
Yeah.
You're right. Both of y'all are right.
Yeah.
In prison, you want to break somebody down. That's their goal. They want to break you down.
yeah.
But in the streets, well, in society, you need to find out their rhythm, their style. You need to figure out what makes them go. Like, start with small goals. Where, say for instance, you cutting hair, you want to say, hey man, let's start working on the hairline first before you start cutting hair. You know what I mean? So something small to where you say, when they get the hairline down packed, oh, I think I got it. Well, come on, we're going to work on the fade.
Some confidence.
Yeah, you got it, yeah. So, because if you try to, like, I ran so many customers away overworking them. Because anybody can say, give me 50 burpees, and you're going to be tired. So my goal with my clients is to give them a good workout so when they do go home and they do take a shower, they feel good and they want to come back. Whereas when I first started training them, I overwork them and then they be like, damn, I got to go back in here again today,
And then it's
running them away. So it's just, both of y'all are
so
right.
how you decide the two though? Like, I mean, how you determine like who you got to put that extra fire into? Like, how you determine like, because some people do need that extra push. Like, some people do need you to, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
give them that penitentiary
Yeah.
effect. You know what
Well,
I'm
you can basically feel your client out. Like, as they working, you can tell who want to go hard and who want to be pushed. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can just fill them out. Like, I always give everybody like a free consultation, excuse me, and a free session. And I can look at them and I can tell, like, okay, it's going to take a little time. Yeah. You know what I mean? This person.
It's a physical thing too, because the first week for anybody who've never worked out, it's gonna be hard. The muscle don't have the endurance.
Yeah.
The second week you're gonna be hurt from the first week. So when you go from you're hurting the first week and you got to try to go back and see you again. It can be
By that third
discouraging.
week, you wrapping this up.
Yeah, but I kind of like level that kind of
So
like.
you had to learn how
to
to-
work with them and then not do it like that because like they're going to get sore, you know. And
Regardless.
they're going to get sore regardless because.
But I remember when I first started working out, the guy Ray. You remember Ray? Ray did me kind of dirty.
Yeah.
And Ray knew I had no idea nothing about working out. And I remember that second week I was hurting.
Yeah.
And they had put me on a call out sheet to work in the kitchen in the morning, so I couldn't work out with Ray no more. Man, I was happy. I shouldn't have been though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's
I
the
understand,
reality
though.
of it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
but then
yeah.
I worked out with a couple other guys. Like as time went on, and you learned that they had a different style.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, we gonna get you there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just take your time,
Exactly.
bro.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I was saying earlier, you see the results, and once you start seeing the results and building confidence and getting stronger, people stick with it.
It's funny that you say that because now I do have a method for our results. So as they go on, I'm recording them. And when it comes to recording, I know how to find what look good and what don't look good. So if they doing something and I get a good spot, I show it to them. Look at your arm, look at your shoulder, and then they get to visually see it's working, and that makes them want to keep going. So yeah, that's part of my motivation tactic.
Do you get into the different body types and shit? Or do you train people different according to different body types?
Well, when it comes to that, yeah, it is a difference. Like I'm an ectomorph,
Right.
so I hold less fat, but I hold less muscle.
Right.
So when it comes to me training, I need to take my rest in between
Just
sets.
explain the three body types for people who might not know exactly
it's
what
an
we talking about.
ectomorph is one that's
Mesomorph.
hold less fat
Yeah.
and hold less muscle. And then you got the endomorph, which they can gain muscle and fat easily. They gain weight easily. Then you got the mesomorph, they're more athletic. If I'm saying it right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's-
saying. But they're more athletic and strong.
Right.
So there are different ways that you train all different body types. Like with an ectomorph, they need more rest in between sets because more likely they're trying to build muscle. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you do train them differently as the body types, but I kind of have to fill them out because I don't get those where I get a different type of clients. I get people who never really worked out. So I have to do baby steps with them, and they have to get their rest, even if they are ectomorph, mesomorph, or endomorph. I have to make sure they get the
Gotta
rest.
make sure they don't quit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you say get that rest, so you don't recommend working out 7 days a week?
I wouldn't work out 7 days a week.
Yeah, that's just,
Yeah, I wouldn't work out 6 days a week. I only work out 4 days a week because your body the muscles only growing when they're resting.
All right, so when I say work out, right?
Yeah.
I mean still walking, still.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah,
That's-
yeah. But
you-
when I
you-
say when I took it as you saying working out,
Yeah.
I mean weightlifting.
Cause when working out, cause I ain't gonna lie, working out just makes it. I think that's kind of like an intimidating word. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
when you say working out, people just automatically think going to the gym, and you know what I'm saying. Like you
Yeah,
can do things.
I know what you're saying,
You can do
yeah.
things at the house. That's
Yeah.
considered workout.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't really have to go to the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
man, I cut my grass, boy. That's a workout right there.
It is.
That's a workout day.
Yeah,
in the
for real.
summertime, and it's 80, 90 degrees
It is.
outside, and I got a big backyard. The front yard not that big. The backyard, man. Oh my God.
So you recommend anything that's pretty much sweating heavy.
Activity, man.
Yeah, I tell people like this though, and this is where I'm gonna try to get like. It might sound far fetched, but just try to choose healthy things. Meaning, like, if your store in walking distance, walk to the store. You know what I mean? Or ride the bike to the store. You know what I'm saying? Just try to choose healthier things. Like, if you got a dog, walk the dog a mile or two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
just
Start easy.
just try to make healthy choice. You know what I mean? That's
Being
what
that
I
you
tell-
said, being that you said healthy choices, right? How important is diet and working out?
It's more. Both of them go hand in hand, but
You know what I'm saying?
this is
Like,
one of the
it's
misconceptions.
like-
this is one of the misconceptions that
Right.
you
That was coming.
that
Go ahead.
when you come to a personal trainer, you come to a personal trainer to learn how to work out. That's it.
That's why y'all charge so much, because once we get the workout, we don't really need the personal trainer.
Yeah, once you supposed to, that's my whole goal. that's my
No,
whole goal.
for real though, because I got
Yeah,
a couple.
so this is what I tell my clients. After about 3 months of working with me, start going to the gym by yourself.
Yeah.
1 day a
You
week.
take pride in that, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, because like, even when it comes to like, all my clients always say, "Man, you motivate me. I don't want to be looked up to for that. Like my words motivate them because I get motivation from everybody. If I see you in the gym going hard, I'm gonna get motivated.
Yeah.
If I see a person that's 300 pounds and they're in the gym every day, I'm motivated.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm just saying? If I see a dude that's muscular and his body changing, I know he eating. I know he on his nutrition. I'm like, that man. I said, I got told the dude he was looking good. I said, man, go boy, you look good. I said, you eating? I said, I could tell you eating. I said, but that makes me want to eat. Right. You know what I mean? So you get motivation for everybody, and I think that that's one thing that most people need to tap into. I was doing cardio and I was tired. It was this girl, she was getting it. I used her energy, and I started going too.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm at with it. So the motivation part, you can just get that from anywhere.
And it's like unspoken, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might be in the gym and you will see that dude just give you that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you feeling good.
I want to go back to the diet
You ready?
part. though.
Okay, yeah.
I want to go back to the diet. Like,
That's like 80% of it, man. Depending on your goal.
so you can go to the gym, because I mean they I know a lot of people that may go to the gym, you know what I'm saying, and then still not eating right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the results are not being shown. I mean, they doing everything they can in the gym. You know what I'm saying? But the eating right process. So what do you suggest, like, far as eating right? Like what is eating right? Like what does that consist of?
Again, one of my mistakes was when I first started. When I was super duper traumatized, in my outlet was fitness. I thought it was easy, and I would get these people these diets, and I would tell them work out, and they would quit because nutrition is hard. So, nutrition is 80% of it. If you want to change the way you look, you're going to have to. It's in the food. Mm-hmm. So, when I recommend if you've been eating, have you been wanting to eat, I tell people, let's start off, just eat a healthy breakfast and lunch. And then once you do that for like
what's that?
A healthy breakfast and lunch, in my opinion, say you eat 3 scrambled eggs and a bagel. A healthy lunch, salmon, rice, broccoli. Hypothetically, just an outline. Once you do that for like 2 weeks, I'll say, look, we're going to add another meal in. You're going to do a healthy breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because you got to, nutrition is just like lifting weights. If you go in there and say, and somebody say, hey man, put this 315 on there, you ain't lift weights, you're not going to do it. So you got to work your way up. 1 plate, 185, 205, 225. So with the nutrition, you got to work your way up. Eat 1 healthy meal for 2 weeks. Then you work your way up. You eat 2 healthy meals.
So what if you don't like breakfast?
I don't understand that. Like, what you mean if you don't like breakfast?
So you say, I heard you say 3 meals a day.
Yeah. Why would you not like breakfast?
I mean, some people don't eat breakfast.
Yeah, because it's a choice.
You'd be surprised how many people I done heard say they don't like breakfast.
Yeah.
I don't think that they don't like breakfast. I think that they
don't
just
have
chose.
an appetite in the morning. Put it like
Yeah.
that.
There you go. That's
Okay. I mean, that's my point of going back to saying you got to train your metabolism like you train your body. So if you're not used to eating in the morning, guess what? You're not going to be hungry. But eat for 3 weeks in the morning and try not to eat the next day. Guess what? You're going to be hungry.
Yeah, because I'm trained. I got to have breakfast.
So, yeah,
I got it. I'm
even if
trained.
it's just a protein shake, something.
Yeah,
But you got to train your metabolism. If you eat breakfast for 3 weeks and you decide that the next day on the 4th week you decided to eat breakfast and you've been eating breakfast for 3 weeks, you're going to be hungry. So you got to train your metabolism like you train your body. You got to let it know, like, okay, we're going to eat breakfast and we're going to start eating breakfast from here on out.
So what does breakfast mean? What does the word breakfast mean?
You breaking your fast.
There you go. Yeah, you break because overnight you ain't did nothing.
No, you ain't did nothing. Yeah, you breaking your fast. That's
you ain't drunk nothing.
Yeah.
You ain't ate nothing. So
Yeah.
That made me think of something. Is it a cutoff time to stop eating?
Wow.
Depending
Because
on who
that's
you
like
are.
one of the biggest, like,
big.
oh,
That's
you gotta
big,
stop
bro.
eating after
That's big,
9
bro.
o'clock.
That's
You
big.
gotta.
That's big.
But I remember being on a diet and losing weight, and I ate every night at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the foods that you're talking about eating.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah,
It's
I mean, you
not
can eat- you
necessarily
can
the
eat-
time doesn't really
You
matter.
eat protein all throughout the day.
Right.
It's the carbs that you want to kind of cut
My
short. of.
nighttime, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, I was eating cottage cheese. A lot of people probably wouldn't eat that shit.
No, but there's nothing wrong with that.
That's what I was eating.
it's
Because of the
depends on what it
casein
is,
and you know, you
Yeah.
got to go to bed. It helps with the starving.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Just let people know like that's like a myth as far as, or is it not a myth?
The misconception when it comes to diet is you have to eat less. No, you have to eat. You have to eat to lose weight. You have to eat to gain weight. If you get hungry throughout the night, ain't nothing wrong with eating chicken breast, protein, or whatever. That's not going to make you fat. It's the carbs.
The bag of chips.
Yeah, the bag of chips, or you eating a piece of cake at night at 10 o'clock at night, or you eating white rice. You know, the complex carb. I mean, the simple carbs turns into sugar once you digest them. So if you're eating simple carbs at night, more than likely it's raising your insulin, it's turning into sugar. It's bad for you.
Simple carbs are like white rice, potatoes.
Some
any type of
potatoes are
junk.
good. Is a thin line with the potatoes, but is the bullshit.
I know sweet potato are complex, but
Yeah,
right.
sweet. Yeah,
But the
some
regular-
red potatoes are good too.
okay, I ain't know about
Yeah,
the red potato.
potato. I mean, so this is funny. I'm pre-diabetic. So every day I'm on the phone Googling what's a good carb, what's a bad carb. And I just came across, so now all I eat is complex carbs. whole wheat bread, sweet potatoes, oatmeal, or whole wheat crackers, whole wheat pasta.
So do I have to say whole wheat, or because wheat bread I heard wasn't really that good. I don't know how that, but then I heard whole wheat is like different.
Whole wheat, they recommend whole wheat.
But so the joint that just say wheat, if it don't have that whole word on it,
I just buy whole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't like from my
and it's
research.
just for people who listening
Yeah,
because
from my
like
research, when I see whole wheat, I buy whole wheat.
because people really think they eating healthy when they eating wheat bread, and it's
Yeah, I can't speak for that wheat bread, but I'm just gonna tell you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna eat whole wheat. Yeah, I'm gonna eat whole wheat. I'm gonna eat my complex carbs because they digest slow. White rice and certain white potatoes digest fast, and it turns into sugar. And I'm trying to stay away from that by being I'm pre-diabetic.
Is it a time where you can get away with eating?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I like just this weekend I went out to eat. I had a chimichanga. You know what I'm saying? But it's the repetitive
Nature of it.
eating
Yeah.
bullshit back to back to back to back is the problem.
How do you change the mindset? Like, cause that's hard, man. Diet is hard, man, for a lot of people.
Once you
Like,
turn it on, you got to keep it on. I mean, food is a drug. I mean, that's
It
how
is.
America make their money. I mean, they put you on one drug so you can buy the other drug.
Do you enjoy eating food? Like, do you?
I grew up without no food, so I'm cool.
So
Yeah,
it's people that you know what I'm
they,
saying.
they like food.
So
yeah.
I know it's
Yeah.
a whole lot easier for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, to program your mind to do it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So,
but the thing is I don't like food like that, but I used to like sweets.
got you.
So now this is when I realized food is a drug. Even to this day, I get up at night, I'm looking for something.
Yeah.
2-3 times a night, I'm looking for sugar. I'm looking for something. Like I'm talking about like a crackhead, man. I'm getting up in the middle of the night looking for some sugar.
Yeah.
So,
So how you fight that urge?
man, I might make some peanut butter and jelly wheat crackers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that's sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet, but I get the sugar-free jelly and the no sugar added peanut butter.
Got you.
no sugar added.
Yeah.
What about the peanut butter that's like super oily? Is that like something? Is it a reason for that? Or is it
I
better
actually
for you?
don't know. I just choose to eat the no sugar added peanut butter.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So when you got that urge to eat something sweet, you know what I'm saying, you recommend doing what?
I'm gonna tell you another one of my little tricks: sugar-free whipped cream. You know what I mean? Like it take the edge off.
Got you.
It tastes like ice cream.
Got you.
What about fruit? I remember that's like something I always that was my go-to when I wanted something sweet.
I try to limit the fruit. I mean, it's a thin line, but I try to limit the fruit. Like I don't really mess with the bananas and all that stuff like that, but I will eat an apple, like to take the edge off.
Got you. So look, let's get into your personal training, man. That's what you do?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like, say, where did I start? I know I got to be physically fit, you know what I'm saying? But if I wanted to step into the personal training,
Like the business of it.
yeah, the business side of it, like, what are the process? What are the steps I got to go through?
Well, first, if I was you, I kind of work with a personal trainer, just actually see what they do, like what's the process and how it works. Therefore, you can kind of get a feel of what to do.
Yeah.
You know, with me, how I started, I learned how to work out first. And when I would go to the gym, a lot of guys would be like, come on, I want to work out with you. So when I work out with them, I would watch their form, you know. And there's a guy to this day, he was like, man, when I work out with you, it's like you more like correcting my form where other guys just had me just lifting.
Bro, that is big. Like,
Pay
they
attention
don't-
to the
they don't-
detail.
They don't,
Yeah.
they don't understand how big formation is to lifting weights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to really, like, it took me a long time. I had to get with my trainer. Shout out to Vern. But anyways, I had to get with my trainer for her to let me know when I deadlift, you know what I'm saying, I'm not supposed to be on my toes.
Yeah, you don't supposed to be on your
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Go down your heels.
I'm this age and I just now
Yeah.
finding out. Like, now I'm an athlete. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like the posture and the way you actually do your reps is big,
It's
and
everything.
it can stop you from actually getting your gains.
It leads
You
to
know what I'm
injury.
saying?
It
Yeah,
leads to a lot of injury.
well, one whole thing, it leads to injury.
Yeah.
Like it really leads to injury. I mean, and the one thing that's overlooked as far as training is stretching.
Yeah.
Now, once your hamstrings get tight, your hamstrings start putting on your IT band, your IT band start putting on your glute, then your glute start putting on your lower back. The next thing you know, you got lower back problems.
So you stretch before you work out?
I stretch through all the day. I get massages every other week.
Because I remember, like, we always had warm-up sets.
Yeah, that's just to get the blood flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need to stretch. I mean, that's a part of
But I'm talking about, like, stretching directly before the workout.
and before and after.
So you do all.
Yeah, I stretch during my workout. Like I'm gonna get on the treadmill, I'm gonna warm up.
So how long do you stretch? You got a whole session of stretching?
No, I'm like in between sets, I'm stretching.
Gotcha. So what do you mean stretching? What exactly do you mean?
Yeah, I'm stretching my hamstrings, I'm stretching my back. You know what I mean? I might be stretching my legs. In between sets, I'm constantly stretching because I know that's where I lack at.
Gotcha.
So I get deep tissue massages every other week. Now, could I afford it? Nope, but I have to get them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you do digital? Like, do you do, like, I know but the pandemic coming. Like, matter of fact, how long have you been in business?
Since 2016, but when the pandemic came, I wasn't doing it. And that's one thing I need to look into is the online training because it was a lady, and I thought she was recording herself. The whole time, she training 5 people
She's streaming.
online. 5 people at the same time online.
Yeah, man.
That's where the money at.
That's where the money at.
The one-on-one training is not where the money at.
Yeah.
The money is like training groups of people. at
So
one
do you think, because you did it before and after the pandemic, do you think it kind of slowed down with personal training?
It picked back. It's back the same. It's back
everything.
the same. I mean, it should really be a profitable business because, I train a lot of nurses, and she said they always say that everybody's overweight to come through there.
Did the pandemic kind of up the morality of health though? Like, did people get more serious about it?
I would want to think that because you had people that died that was in bad shape because
Right.
when they caught COVID, and you already like from what I heard about COVID, is when you catch it, it just elevated anything that was wrong with you.
Yeah.
Meaning, if you had heart problems, it raised that. You know what I mean? It raised the heart problem up sky high. So, in my opinion, after COVID, that should have been the eye opener. But the thing is, I wanted to
think
speak
people
on.
was trying to bust down the doors of the gym.
You would think so, but I've been watching so many people die from what you were saying, not going to the doctor, figuring out they had a problem. I know one guy, he waited till he started pissing blood before he went to the doctor, and he died from prostate cancer.
Damn.
But isn't there like a recommended age for to get checked for that? Or you think?
Yeah, it is. You're forward. It's colon. You got colon cancer, prostate, all that stuff. But
I thought it was like 45. Or you think,
one thing about that is it's the 40s. It's just,
He's trying to talk your way out of it. He's trying to talk your way out of it.
no, man. So
Let me know how that turn out, man. I may not do it.
It's about 40. But see, and that's the thing. That's one of the things that I think is a problem. A lot of people are scared to go to the doctor because they don't want to hear they got a problem.
Yeah.
For real, they don't want to hear
That
that.
stress you out more though, bro.
I was in a barbershop downtown, and an older guy was like, "Man, you know me, I don't go to the doctor unless something wrong." And I'm looking at him like, "Yo, you really said that out your mouth?"
But what if you don't know something?
Well, that's my point. I'm just saying, but you really saying it out your mouth. Like, you shouldn't be saying that. Because going to the doctor should be routine. I get my blood work done every year. Every year.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I got an appointment for a physical April the 19th or the 20th. Like, after a certain age, I mean, you should go to the doctor anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got my insurance renewed last year,
me
man.
too,
I was knocking
Like, take advantage of that. Like,
Yeah.
really,
And
like,
it's
take
not like
advantage
they
of
don't
that.
tell me nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest, man. When I go to the doctor, man, there's nothing never wrong with me.
I mean, but
That's
that
good.
don't mean
That don't mean it's true.
No,
You know what I'm saying? Like, something wrong, bro.
No,
Ain't no way I'm perfect every time. Like, something wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, you know, it's a lot of times that I went that want anything wrong, but when something wrong, they're gonna tell you. They're gonna tell you. I was it's a few years back. So this is where I lied to myself. They kept doing my blood work. I was pre-diabetic, but the doctors didn't know me. All they saw was my frame. So they put it off on working out, because if you work out a lot, it can raise your creatine levels. So I lied to myself, knowing I like sweets. I ain't look at that. So when he told me, he said, man, you just work out. A few years back, my creatine levels was high. He said, man, by being that you older, I need to do an ultrasound. I need to look at your kidneys. When your creatine levels high, it can affect your kidneys. Diabetes affect your kidneys. So when he did the ultrasound, he was like, everything is cool. I still was lying to myself. I got my blood work done again, and I saw that my kidney levels was like 0.5 elevated. Now, I went to a side lab and got my blood work where I had to read everything that was in the red myself. The doctor didn't tell me. There's a difference when the doctor tell you this is that. When you read it for yourself and you Googling that shit, it's different. And I was like, oh shit. Like, my kidney level was elevated. I Googled everything in the world and I realized that when you're a diabetic, pre-diabetic, it can affect your kidneys. And then from then I took it serious. But they told me. They were telling me, you know what I mean? So, by the grace of God, you good.
So look right.
How old are you anyway?
38.
Yeah, whatever you're doing, if you're doing so wrong, it's gonna catch up to your ass.
Anyways, we don't want to talk about late 40s. But
I mean, it's not even as bad as it used to be. Like in your colon check, it's not like it used to be anyway. Like,
but with the prostate, they don't have to. They get they take it in your blood work.
Yeah.
What about colon?
I just got my blood.
You're gonna have to like. That's why I'm going back. I need to get my colon checked. I need to go ahead and do the whole thing. You got to drink that nasty ass juice, man. You know what I'm saying? Not eat. And that's the only hardest part. But it got to be done.
That's one of them things I like to go.
It used to be worse than that, bro. They used to have to get a finger in your ass.
No, they won't have. That's for the prostate cancer.
You know what I'm saying?
But they gonna
They
something.
don't do that no more.
They don't. You can take it in your blood work, but the colon, they got to stick something up in you so they can see in your stomach and stuff.
Well, I mean, X-rays, you can't see it in
They
X-rays.
just gonna stick something up in you. I
Man,
mean,
it got to be another way, man.
Let me say this,
more
man.
than one way
Let me
to
say
skin a
this.
cat.
Let me say this. If you want to get it done, you guys, I mean, it's just in life, you got to pay the toll. You got to pay the toll.
I be running them Jones too, man.
You got to pay the toll.
I guess I'm gonna pay them later. I guess. I guess. So they gonna catch up to me later.
But eyesight leave, and I gotta go. I got me some glasses. As you get older, you got to pay the toll.
All right. So speaking of getting older, right? Are you feeling yourself aging because you're so healthy? Like many years.
Like you gonna feel it.
You still feeling it,
man? I fell asleep on the couch, man. My back was so tight and hurting so bad. You gonna feel it. I mean, you can't get it. That's what my whole thing is. The older you get, you gotta pay the toll. You know what I mean? You gotta pay the toll. It's no way around it. You're not going to be.
You gotta be aging well though. Like regardless.
Yeah, what aging well means is your hygiene, your look, with all that. But when it comes to bones and all that, you gonna pay the toll.
So gonna pay the toll. Bodybuilding don't necessarily keep you feeling young.
Not on your joints. Yeah, not on your joints. Like you said with the Amazon jump on the truck.
So younger you, what you would have did different, like far as like how could you feel like? Because I know it's older people that's older than you. You know what I'm saying? That don't feel like they're older. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't.
I don't feel like I'm older, but your body gonna tell you that you're older.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like
so, it was nothing you could have did as younger to kind of
now stretch.
Stretch.
That's what you. I heard you say that a couple times. You highly recommend that.
I highly recommend that. Like that'll keep you from being hurt.
You ever got into like yoga or any of that?
No, I did, and that's the goal for 2024 is to get into yoga. See, yoga is deeper than just stretching. It's teaching you how to calm yourself down.
Yeah, it's
breathe. And it's like a deeper level. You know what I mean? Because like everybody it's go, 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 screen, you just flicking. Nobody's taking time to actually just calm themselves. Once you learn patience, man, you a beast.
And that's one of the reasons a lot of people in the world claim that's why they don't work out. They don't have time. Like, that's the ultimate excuse that I hear more than anything, bro. I just don't be having time.
I just say, look at your screen time.
Phew. That's crazy.
Look at your screen time,
powerful.
and your screen time will tell you if you got time.
A lot of people don't realize all it takes is 45 minutes a day or something
You
small
don't even
like
need that much, bro.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
45 minutes is nothing. Like, you.
I think-
And
I
then,
think-
like, I go
I
in
think
the
a
gym
good-
sometimes,
I
I
think a
see
good-
people that be in there for 2 hours. Like,
Yeah.
why are you working out that long?
Yeah, all you need is about an hour. That's about it. And 2 hours, they just chilling.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, is there such thing as counterproductive?
For people
Or should I
over
say
40,
counterproductivity?
let me say this. They say for people over 40, and don't quote me on this, this is what I read, that once you start working out over an hour, you start losing testosterone. You know what I mean?
So you losing.
So me, I work out 4 days a week, an hour, that's that.
And testosterone is the male.
It helps with build muscle,
It's
yeah.
the male hormone that builds muscle.
Yeah, it helps build muscle, yeah.
So you starting to lose.
Yeah, you
After
because you just ain't young anymore. You know what I mean? Your body ain't producing it as much as it did when it was 20. You know what I mean? So like you said, you got to pay the toll.
How you feel about the testosterone pills and
Synthetic
and
and synthetic tests. That's what they call it, gear, steroids. For guys over 40, if you feel like, for guys over 40, I recommend it. I don't recommend the abuse of it. I recommend it. It can help you burn fat faster. It can help you build muscle faster. And
the
it can,
pills or the
No,
the shot,
the shot.
the one that you got to
Yeah.
go. I
To
think
the
they got a
wellness
spot
center.
over Southside.
Yeah,
or
the
something.
wellness center.
Yeah.
That. Or you can buy it underground. It's up to your choice. You know what I mean? But for guys over 40, I recommend it. Now this is debatable. This is my opinion. If you're over 40 and you're looking to build muscle and burn fat, I recommend it. I don't recommend the abuse of it.
Yeah.
What's considered the abuse?
Shit, anything.
Where in the bodybuilding world, majority of the guys are abusing. You know what I mean? They're abusing the drug.
But the testosterone that you go to the medicine, the
Yeah,
place,
they're not gonna let you abuse it there.
right? And
Yeah,
that's
they're
not
not gonna let you
steroids though.
Yeah, it is. It's steroids.
It's still steroids.
Yeah, it's steroids. Yeah.
What about HGH? Is that considered steroids? That's the human hope.
Yeah, human growth hormone. Like I don't really know. I never took that. I don't know too much about it.
Me
but
either.
but
It's
what
just
I
something
know, but I know a guy. It looked like he like 10 years younger.
It's expensive.
It's expensive, but he
That's
looked
that
like
stuff-
he
that's
look
that
like he
stuff
10 years
LeBron
younger.
on.
Yeah, it like he 10 years younger. I'm talking about literally like his before and afters. He just looked like he's not even the same person anymore.
I don't think we got that much time left, but I do want to get back. Look, I do want to get to back to the trauma of your drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, so think of a child, for instance. You know what I'm saying? In your situation is going through the same thing that you're going through. You know what I'm saying? And you had working out. You know what I'm saying? But you went to jail to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you recommend to the youth? You know what I'm saying? Like, far as it's in the same situation. You know what I'm saying? Things ain't great. He can't really find a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like that's a tough one. That's one, and that's the goal. I'm working with the police chief of Petersburg as we speak to try to start talking to the youth about my life and the situations that I went through. I really don't have the answers because like I was telling Sean, man, like my life was rough. Like I mean, really, really rough. Like as a kid, my joint was really rough, and with me, I really want to show kids that it's other things than the hood. Like, I would like to get my nonprofit going and, like, take kids to Kings Dominion. Take them to the Charlotte game with LeBron or somebody playing. You know what I mean?
Give them a different mirror. That mirror you was talking about in the beginning.
Yeah,
like
because They don't see, like, I never knew anything outside of the hood.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's like we can't go in their house and tell their mother, like, stop doing this, stop doing that. But you can show them, like, hey, man, we know life tough, but it's a bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's one of my goals. Like I said, I'm working with the police chief of Petersburg.
So tough because they still end up going back to that. Like you spend time with them away, but they end up having to go back home.
Yeah. And
so when they go back home, my bad, this thing keep going up. Yeah. They go back home, they go back to that mirror you was talking about again. That's what they see.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a start, though.
Yeah.
But I think that most guys from the hood, I think that a lot of us, we gotta, we gotta give back. We gotta do something, because I mean, they gonna just do the same thing we did. They gonna go to jail. You know what I mean? I know guys, and I don't want to. I ain't gonna say, bro, don't speak for nobody else. I'm just coming to grips with it of knowing that I'm fucked up. Like, I done fucked up so many relationships because I never had a relationship with my parents. Meaning, I'm not blaming my mom, I'm not blaming my dad, you know what I'm saying? But my mom never hugged, never kissed me, never took me nowhere, none of that. So I have a problem with affection. So when my girl go to hold my hand, I'm like,
it feel funny.
It feel funny. And she understands my situation, and she stuck with me throughout the whole situation. Not only that, I can remember getting mad and throwing something to my wall in the big ass hole in the wall. But that's how I communicate.
Gotcha.
Then when I looked at the wall, I'm like, damn, I gotta fix that.
Can I ask you a question? Are you mad at your mom for that?
No, she just was giving us what she was taught.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and like I said, like, that's one reason why I gotta get help. I gotta get over that situation. I'm not mad at her, you know what I mean, because her mom and her dad didn't raise her. They was in the same city and didn't raise her.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying?
So she just was doing the best that she knew.
Yeah, she was doing the best that she knew, and when it really wasn't. Yeah. So now with my kids, I got a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 9-year-old. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. Like, I'm breaking that whole thing in half.
I feel like that beating us shit came from the slaves, bro. Like,
it did. Especially,
our parents whooped our ass, and it
had
to come down.
No, it's a slave mentality.
Yeah,
it's a slave mentality. Let me tell you this, and this is debatable. On a slave plantation, if they had a big black guy that was a hard worker, they needed babies from him. So he slept with all the different women and had babies with them. And now you see dudes who got 5 different baby mamas and things like that.
It all triggers
down. It all triggers down, man.
Wow.
And he wasn't able to take care of them.
Yeah.
And you see the same thing happening to today.
Wow, that's deep. Yeah, that's deep.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the feds, because I remember getting sentenced to a lot of time on my first time offense.
Yeah.
I want you to talk about your experience with being sentenced and how was it shocking? Like the time, actually, how much time the feds will give you?
I think that is actually really unfair. And so,
how much time did they give you, bro?
13 years and 8 months.
Was that your first offense?
Yes.
How many months was that?
I can't remember.
Man, it's a lot.
Yeah. But so when you look at so that's why I said when you look at everybody, like when you look at just the streets in general, and you look at the attack on black people. So what they did was they took all the jobs and they put drugs in the street. And we took it and we sold it and we made it and we glorified it. When all we was doing was killing our neighborhood.
And they built prisons in the background.
Yeah. I mean, it's all by design.
All grand scheme.
You know what I mean? It's all by design. And today now we look at it. I mean, and I mean, you know, I don't want to offend nobody. That's just my opinion. We
reality, though.
Yeah, we kind of look at it and we kind of glorify it. When actuality, you go do the 13 years, or you go do the 15, or you go do the 30 years. When you come back out, you have to unlearn a whole lot of shit and learn new shit. Like, I was communicating with people. Like, I live in an area where it's people that's not from the streets. So when I was communicating with them, they was like, "Calm down, you know, I'm just regular communicating, but I'm wild."
Man, I'm telling you, I go through
they looking at it like,
Same shit.
and then they don't want to deal with you because they feel like you're out of control.
I'm not upset.
But you're not upset because your communication level is barbaric.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you gotta unlearn a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So I'm in a situation like, some people want to say, well, I'm a real nigga. I can't go into my neighborhood and tell people I'm a real nigga.
Damn, that sounds crazy.
I can't though. I can't. My kids won't have no friends.
Yeah.
Did you have to learn how to? I remember you said you sold drugs for love. I remember coming home and not having the money that I used to have. And
oh, that's
the
a whole
love,
different monster.
It was traumatic because I wasn't getting the love I was used to getting.
Not only that though, it's
and it wasn't really nobody's fault. It was just how I feel like I take more responsibility for it than I blame anybody. I feel like it was my ego. Because I was used to being treated a certain way, and you know, I don't, like I said, I don't blame nobody for it, but I could tell the difference.
Yeah, but
and it was something I had to, what I mean, it was something I had to deal with. Like, nah, bro, you got to learn how to love yourself regardless if you don't have that type of bread no more. People not gonna treat you exactly the same. That don't necessarily mean they love you any less. It's just everybody going through their own thing.
Yeah, adults.
And that's a whole nother thing I had to learn, bro. You not 20 no more. I got locked up at 21, so I came home 31. Still, in some ways, I thought like I was 31. Some ways, I thought like I was 41. I was ahead of the game, but then it was ways where I still was 21 years old. Because I had to remember, man, these dudes got families now.
Yeah, exactly.
People got families, people got bills. We ain't had none of that stuff for real before when I left the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but real quick. Okay, you ready to wrap it up? Real quick though.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, that's for me.
Okay. Oh no, but that happened to me. That what fitness did for me and messed me up. It was giving me the accolades that I had when I was selling dope on social media. You know what I'm saying? And I was dead fucking broke. And I wouldn't even realize. I didn't even realize like that. Like you broke.
Yeah.
And you worrying about likes. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really on the treadmill, and I say treadmill in life, on the treadmill, broke. But I was cool if I can just go to the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was still trying to fill that void. And it wasn't working. God took everything from me. I literally said everything. I ain't had no money, no car. I almost lost my house and everything to bring me up out of it.
To bring you out of looking for love in the wrong place.
Yeah.
How long did it take?
No, because it was at home. It was right there at home.
You already had the love.
You know, because it was at home. I'm literally got all the love at home, and I'm still trying to look for it in all these other places.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
And it took everything.
That's all that matters.
All
man. I learned that joint, man. And now it's like.
Yeah. We took everything from him. When I say took everything, showed it. And I'm saying this on camera.
I know, like I said, I know we got to go this crazy. But how important is it to love yourself before you can, you know what I'm saying, actually love somebody else?
Yeah, you actually got to. I mean, I think that's real important because you basically can't love anybody else until you love yourself. You can think you love them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you don't even know what love is, you can't love nobody. So a lot of times when you think you love a girl, it's probably through sex. or you know what I'm saying, or something that she's doing for you.
Some type of
Yeah,
miscommunication.
yeah, something that she's doing for you. It ain't you not loving her for who she is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you gotta do that. And I think that a lot of people don't know what love is. Like a lot of people that grew up like myself, when you're not properly loved, how you gonna show it? How you gonna know what it is when you got it?
Yeah.
Like my girl been with me for she was showing me that she loved me, and I was just still trying to do me. You know what I mean? Man, not understanding. You know what I mean?
I
But
understand it was right there in your face.
But then God, like I said, God took everything from me, man. Took everything. I almost lost my house. She saved the house.
Wow.
I kind of feel like prison saved my life a little bit, man. Considering,
No, it did.
yeah, considering like I lost so many homeboys while I was in there, man. All my homeboys died, bro. Like it was crazy. And then I came home and lost like 2 or 3 more. Like it was just getting crazy. I was like, damn, man.
I mean, prison is an eye opener. Either you know, man, you're gonna learn from it or you're not. And you constantly go back, keep recycling yourself through the system. But for the most part, you know, I like my freedom. Like, I don't want to take a bath with shower shoes on.
No, sir.
I don't want to cook a oodle noodle in the sink.
Just try to look at it in hindsight, like
They said prison will make you or break you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'll make you into the man that you are, or it'll break you down. You know what I'm saying? I know a couple people that it done broke.
No, but I mean,
You know what I'm saying? And I say broke.
This ain't humane, man.
No, but what I'm saying is I say broke. The reason why I say broke is because they can't survive out here, so they have to go back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's true. Yeah.
that's broken to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like surviving out here is hard. Like how
It's
you
harder
said,
than in there.
Yeah, like that,
Yeah.
that's easy.
That's easy.
You know what I'm saying? Jail is easy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real though. This the hard part. You know what I'm saying? Surviving out here with our mindset, knowing that we are mentally traumatized. You know what I'm saying? Not only just from before we went to jail, but when we went to jail. You know what I'm saying, bro? We was locked. I know everybody here was locked in a box by themselves for hours. Come on, bro. That's you know what I'm saying.
My son locked up for murder right now, and he keep calling me for money. I said, man, it's easy in there, dog.
Yeah, it's easy, bro.
They gonna feed you 3 times.
Yeah.
I said, out here it's tough.
Yeah, they not
Out
gonna
here
start.
you
They
got
not
a
gonna start.
mortgage, you got bills, and if
Bills
you don't
out
pay
there.
that, ain't nobody gonna give you no food.
Nothing.
You know what I mean? But I know they probably got to wrap it.
Man, real quick before we wrap up, man, just tell the people where they can find your shop, how they can get in touch with you as far as a meal planning, if they need any type of fitness services, whatever you offer, man.
Well, you can go on Instagram and Facebook and get my website on Lean Chef Meal Prep. And you can find me on the fitness tip at 1015 Fitness, 1015 Fitness LLC on Instagram and Facebook. But you can go on there and log on to the website and get in contact with me that way, or you can message me on there.
I'm going to also leave a link in the description, so if you check out the episode, you can go down to the comment section, the description pod, and I have all these links available for you. Health is wealth, man. We definitely want to start getting healthy out here, living long, especially as black men, man, because we dying at a crazy rate, man. P, if you got anything you want to...
Go to that doctor, man. You know what I'm saying? Go to that doctor, man. Appreciate you, bro. Real talk, man. We need it everything you got.
Episode 6 is a wrap.